This area is kind of empty.
Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Detective Grimoire. When we left off last time, we just talked to Bobby Burrow and Vanderpeer over here. We've got all of our possible suspects found, so I think now we're going to go along and talk to everybody and see what they all have to say. So let's hop in. Well,
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and...
okay, and we did notice that before, but...
it's a stepping stone path that goes... so glad I'm wearing...
alright. Let's hop on in here and go talk to Folder.
So...
alright. I'm gonna ask him about this
I
costume.
found these designs for a Boggy costume.
oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No. I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's... you know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... it's just that... but there's no way anyone would believe... nothing but foolishness.
We flummoxed him. Okay, what about Remington?
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that
Coward? How
It
so?
means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Such
Didn't
as?
like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not?
Yeah.
It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
He moved it here from somewhere else,
No,
though.
it wasn't.
Well, then, you're gonna just leave me hanging like that, Folder? Alright, let's ask him about everybody else. What are your thoughts on
If
Sally?
I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Okay. About
Oh,
Echo.
yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because he likes the cartoon
Because
character
some
better.
people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Actually, it's sounding more and more like that protester's going to be our guy. At the least, I think he made the costume. If it's kind of a blend between the cartoon character and the real Boggy. And he started out, obviously he prefers the cartoon Boggy. That would have been the image he had in his mind, but then he talked to Folder for some of the differences, so that explains why it's a hybrid. Alright, Lady
Next
Waybridge.
time, only show me something if
Okay, he doesn't know about her. And Harper.
this person is of no interest to me. What's...
Alright. How about some clues? Costume
Well,
design.
this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Clues. What about this headpiece?
You're wasting your precious time.
He doesn't even want to say something scornful about it? Alright. What about this?
So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
You knew about this?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Go back. We already completed that challenge. Okay, rifle?
I have no interest in something like...
Swamp juice?
You're wasting your
Bogged up.
I've never seen that...
He might care about
I
this.
have no interest in...
Nope, he does not. Okay, I think that's enough of him. I would like to get through that
There's
door.
a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside.
Alright, let's head back out. I'm interested in the lady in the tree as well, so we should go see what she has to say. Hey!
Oh! Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas?
No.
Need a little push in the right direction?
No, actually, I'm doing fine.
I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm
have more
working on
talking
it.
to do
You
to them.
can't rush these things, you know?
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Yep.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
Alright, anyhow, up to the tree lady. We know why the attraction was built here. It was a front so that he could hunt Boggy. Hello again. I'd like to ask you about this costume.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it.
The curtain?
Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Okay, I do want to ask her about Richard Remington, but first I really want to show her the curtain, and I just hit the wrong button. Okay. So, might this be the fabric
You
you're
can
talking
put
about?
that away. I can't help you with it.
Oh, I was so hopeful. Okay. Well, let's ask her
You've
about
been
Richard
here
Remington.
so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking
So it's no
about?
big deal, huh?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting?
Boggy.
Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this
She's
area
got
is
some
protected by
motivation,
law,
too.
right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Well, you're wrong. He was working with them. Let's show her this picture. And all this slimy stuff.
I recognize some of those men.
They're some of the hunters, aren't they?
Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes, and one of them after that.
Alright, let's look at all this dripping stuff.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
I think it's all going to be the same thing. It's all swamp juice.
And now, we just have to... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time?
Yes.
This was the exact same liquid.
Alright, fireplace poker.
Let's
Gonna be
see.
the same thing.
First thing we then tap the... And now, we...
Yep, we know the drill.
Got it! Now I know. I'll write it. What's going on? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
It's all the same.
There's something about that green slime.
Cauldron? Oh wait, the poker and the leggings found at the crime scene do not have magic powers or belong to Boggy. Are covered in the same swamp slime.
The fireplace poker, found at the crime scene, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
It's not Sally. We'll talk to her. Ooh, we need to get Lady Waybridge's challenge stuff too. And Swamp Juice is going to solve the mystery of what the slime is.
First thing we do, then tap the faucet. And now we just... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same.
Yes, it is.
It's the exact same liquid again.
Yep. So it's someone dressed in a costume, all coating themselves in swamp juice.
No, thank you.
She probably doesn't care about the design either, because she already kind of talked about it.
If you bring me something with...
Okay, what else you got?
You can put that away.
What about the journal?
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Okay, he built the museum because the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago.
Richard Remington built the museum because the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. No.
No? Oh, no, he didn't build the museum. He built the attraction. Good grief. No. He's living in the swamp. No. She was.
Lady Waybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Waybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
And she is a professional seamstress. Maybe she made the proper outfit? Is there... See, I'm not sure now if there's a Boggy or if there isn't. At first I thought, of course not, it's ridiculous. But then he has the office full of cryptozoid hunting trophies, so maybe there is Boggy, but maybe not. It's Challenger.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Yeah, I can see her trying to scare people away. Let's not go all out accusatory yet. You were living in the swamp.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
Yeah, that's the one.
Who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
Yeah, there's a page missing from the journal.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal?
Yep.
Or what, that I stole it?
That too. One or the other. Yeah, there we go. If I could see it, then we'll know.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me.
Can I
You
see?
understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Let's take a look.
What's this?
Yeah, what is that?
Footprints.
So, the lost page, ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Waybridge by the explorers 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Waybridge at 20 years old, also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprints. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Yep, and there we go. Alright. I kind of want to show this to Folder, because he'll get really, really excited. Alright, let's just ask her. We only got 3 people, so let's ask her about them.
You should ask someone else.
She may not care about any of them. She keeps to herself, but we'll try it.
Show it to someone doesn't live in a tree.
Okay, yep, and Sally.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd care. Any other clues we want to ask her about?
No, thank you.
Does she have anything to say about her own book?
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Alright. We're still missing 2 clues. What about this hunting
If
rifle?
you bring me something with liquid.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't care about... I don't think she cares about any of this stuff. We'll just ask her about her
He
own page.
drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes?
Are you going to tell me?
No.
No.
So that means she's 80 years old now? Quite spry for an 80-year-old. Alright, I think we are done here. I do want to talk to Harper. I'm kind of really excited, though, to show that missing journal page to this fella. You're gonna like this. Look what I found.
That the missing page of the journal?
It certainly
I
is.
think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Oh, that's it?
You're wasting your...
Alright, it was still fun to tell him. Okay, we'll go back. We actually have legitimate things to do. It's enough messing around. Oh, don't go this
The
way.
water's clear. I can see my... Not bad.
Go back. And if we head this way, back 1 more. Is it to here? Yeah, this way, towards the cafe, but she's here again. What do you got to say?
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No,
Boggy.
the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Well, no.
Yeah, mainly because I didn't believe he existed at all.
I've always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he?
He can stay.
And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's certainly odd. Scoot down, achievement. Thank you. We need to go to this cafe. Yeah, we'll talk to you on the way. So, what are your thoughts on Remington?
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Alright. Challenge time.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Yep.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Yep.
Well, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up?
Maybe.
Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
Oh, they're really stretched out, aren't they? You're too fat to wear these. No. Yeah, they're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their Boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say
Yep.
so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Alright. High quality toy. Small plastic toy sold at the gift shop. It has the cartoony appearance of Boggy, and his feet are hidden in the bucket of water. Oh, and that's a clue now.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of Boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying.
What'd she think of this?
Where are you keeping all this stuff?
She does not
In your
care.
pockets?
Alright, let's ask her about everybody. Oh, I haven't asked her about anyone? Alright.
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Alright, what about Echo?
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Okay, so he spends less time holding protest sign. He does not plan to eat it. And more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
I know, he's got that yellow poncho. That could be the chest piece of the Boggy outfit. Okay, what about Harper?
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Vanderpeer?
Is that your new friend? Sweet.
Bobby Burrow?
I really don't know what to tell you.
What about her?
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me.
Do you
Let's
even
agree
know
on
who she
that.
is? I don't think you do. What about Folder?
Is that your new friend? Sweet.
Boggy.
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
Alright, and finally, Mr.
He
Remington.
made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Alright, anything I want to ask her? I don't think she cares about any of this stuff.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Yeah, she's done. But you did your part, Sally, because now I can go challenge Echo. First, we want to talk to Harper, though. Hey there, Harper. You know what, actually, Harper, I'm going to wind down the episode here. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We'll talk to Harper, and then we're going to go back and we're going to talk to Echo.